Well, sometimes us preppers, you know, we're chastised, we're laughed at, we're poked fun of, we're called a lot of things. And sometimes we can feel like we're that cipher in the snow. Morning, folks. Business first. I want to apologize for that little rant I had yesterday. I try to stay in, you know, that middle lane. And I didn't do that yesterday. I just jumped right over the cliff, both feet, head first. There's a lot of good, younger folk out there who are like-minded. They've woken up. They're awake, right? They see what's going on. They may be in college. You know, they're just trying to better themselves. But they're awake. They're awake. So that last video, I didn't want to group, you know, the younger generation in that group, and I did, and I really apologize, because I know there are some awake younger folk out there. There are. So what we need to do is just encourage them, help them, maybe learn the skills needed to prepare for what may be coming down the road. It doesn't look good, folks. It just doesn't look good. You know, and I keep saying I want yesteryear. Yesteryear is gone. Yesteryear is gone, and maybe I'm in that extra. I just had a chicken fall off the table of hay here, straw. Maybe I am approaching that existential crisis in life, where what matters, what doesn't matter, you know, is it all worth it, you know, why am I doing this, why am I doing that, and maybe I am, you know, I'm gonna think about that. What's my purpose in life? You know, I know for me, I'm living every day. I'm living every day, and I'm trying to live every day for what makes me happy. And this whole YouTube thing is awfully new to me. You know, I live pretty primitive, folks. So, you know, this right here is like going to another planet for me, but I'm figuring it out. So I'm going to stick to the middle ground. And today I'd like to talk about, you know, there's a lot of ugliness out there. You want to get down? There's a lot of ugliness out there, and, you know, we're trying to do our part. So there comes a time where we just have to focus, hone in on what we need to do, what we feel that we need to do, and just kind of pay attention, but not get mixed up in what's going on around. We need to pay attention. We need to try to figure out right between the lines and of what's going on all around us. But for those of us who like to prepare, you know, we need to focus. And that's what I'm gonna do from now on, folks. I'm just gonna focus on, because it's awful ugly out there. It's awful ugly out there, and I just need to focus here. I need to focus on what I believe is valuable. You know, some of us, you know, some people call us conspiracy theorists. Like to spread fear and drama, and some of us are what they call badass preppers. I don't consider myself a badass prepper. I'm a practical prepper. I see what's coming down the road, and I want to be prepared for that. But we need to remain badass preppers. We just need to do what we need to do and follow what's up in here that tells us, and in here what tells us we need to do. At one point, do you stop talking to people about stocking up, being prepared? At what point do you find that it's of no longer any use? Those people that have woken up, and those who haven't woken up, they're probably not going to wake up. Now, I want to touch on something. I'm in my mid-50s, and I tend to relate to the middle-aged, approaching middle-aged, and beyond where I am. That someday I hope I'll get beyond where I am as far as age. But there's a lot of good younger folk out there too, and I don't say that, and I should say that. There's a lot of these. You ever feel that life is so hectic, you're just doing your thing, you're trying to survive, and one day you look up and here you are, you're middle-aged, and the times that you grew up in are no longer there. You just kind of to wake up one day and the whole world has changed around you. You ever get that? Well, I feel that I've woken up out of a coma somewhere, and life has changed. It's no longer the way it used to be, and I'm struggling to come to terms with that personally. Life isn't simple anymore. There's a lot of complications out there. There's a lot of battles out there, folks. So we need to remain that badass prepper. You know that old story, Cipher in the Snow, about this teenage boy who wasn't noticed at home, he wasn't noticed in school, and he just was alone. And he just gave up. His morale was so low that, that saying, die of loneliness? Well, in that book, that's what this teenager did. He died of loneliness, and that's pretty sad. Well, sometimes us preppers, we're chastised, we're laughed at, we're poked fun of, we're called a lot of things. And sometimes we can feel like we're that cipher in the snow. But if you look around, there's a lot more of us than what people think. There's a lot more of us than what people think. A lot of people, they prep, they can see what's coming, but they take that real bottom line and like we should all do, is don't announce anything. Don't say anything. Don't just do what you need to do, and you're all the better for it. Really, you're all the better for it. The less people know, the better, right? Now, people sometimes advertise what they have and what they don't have. Right after Christmas, you're driving down the road and it's trash day, and people have these boxes, maybe a big screen TV came in it. Well, they've got that right out beside the road, which advertised to anybody driving by. If they were malicious intent, they say, oh, okay, they just got a brand new flat screen TV. I'll remember that. Maybe we'll pay attention to their comings and goings, and maybe we can I want that. I don't want to have to work for it. I want that. I'm going to plan on how to take that from them. You know, whether it's while they're working or whatnot. Well, the same goes for feed bags. You know, the grain bags that you buy chicken feed in, duck feed in, bird feed, cow feed, goat feed, horse feed. Now, I'm very mindful not to put them out beside the road. And if I do, I, you know, fold them up. Especially the paper bag ones, paper grain bags. I fold them all up and I'll stuff them in a box or a trash bag that you can't see through, because out beside the road, I don't want people knowing that I've got birds in here. Okay, that's advertising. Times get hard. I know there's at least meat down there. Okay, so you wanna be mindful of that. Now, I call them ripstop bags, grain bags. They're the typical grain bags that are not the paper kind. I reuse them. When I process a bird, I'll cut them right in half and cut the bottom off in one side and open them up, and I'll process my birds on that for easy cleanup. Now, on the back side of my coop, to prevent wind from coming in the back side of the coop, I'll take those ripstop grain bags. I don't know what it's made of. I call it ripstop. They're pretty tough, folks. And I'll cut them and I'll put them on the back side of the coop to prevent the wind from coming in. So it's a nice barrier. Now, I don't know if you can see, I also use them for curtains from my laying boxes. You know, chickens like a little privacy. So I use them for a lot of things. I keep one or two in my vehicle, you know, in case I have a flat tire or something. I want to transport something that may be a little messy. I'll just put it right on top of that. And if it gets messy, I'll just fold it up and put it in the garbage where, you know, not a clear garbage bag. You don't want people to see through the trash bag and see, you know, a grain bag. That's just advertising. It's just advertising. So we want to be mindful of that. Okay. Now I've got a rooster down at the bottom of my tripod, so if that tripod wiggles, I blame the rooster. So I wanted to get on here and apologize for yesterday, and I'll be mindful not to do that again. And you know, the whole time while I was doing that, I'm like, I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. You know, when in doubt, don't. I didn't follow my own advice there. I let it get to me. And I've just got to learn to say, okay, it is what it is. And I don't know what the ratio is between those of us who are awake and those who are not. But I think we might be the minority. And I think we're gaining in numbers. But I don't know. Just continue being that badass prepper. Stay focused. Don't look too much out here. Stay focused. Be true to who you are. If you feel that you need to continue talking to a few people and then continue to do that, I probably will. I think I've spoken to all the people that I thought might listen. And those people you talk to might turn around and laugh behind your back and be the butt end of the joke when they meet up with their friends. And that's okay too. Somebody's got to be the butt end of a joke, right? So don't be lost, folks. Stay the course. Stay the course. Do your thing, knowing that it's helping you down the road. And don't be like me and just fly off the handle. I knew better. I don't get that way very often. So I just need to step back and cool off before I get in front of the camera, because now that's all out in the world. I could take the video down, but there's a lot of you that liked it. And trust me, there was a lot of you that didn't. I think I lost six subscribers. That one video. I gained a few, but I lost 6 subscribers. Now I don't know if it's because they said, well, she's not the calm, level-headed person I thought, so I'm just gonna unsubscribe. Or maybe they were the younger folk that, you know, felt attacked, and I certainly didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Or maybe they just were anti. I don't know. I don't know, folks. I don't know. Sometimes we feel like a cipher in the snow, folks. Sometimes we do. But we also know that we're doing something to gain. So keep your emotions in check, and I will certainly work on mine. I can't apologize enough, but I'm not taking the video down. I'm not taking the video down. And if I do, I'm just going to redo it calmly and then take that one down. Get the point out without the emotion.